Hey, your favorite Haitian therapist. So, today we're talking about mermaids. And I know you probably heard about a bunch of stories about them. I remember growing up listening to my parents discuss some of the stories when they were growing up. And as an adult, I would have to say that I'm starting to believe that these stories are true. I do believe mermaids do exist. No, I have not come into an encounter with them, but there is something about the Caribbeans discussing the sightings of seeing these mermaids that made me think, yeah. So, what are your mermaid stories? I would love to hear from you guys.
Hey y'all, so like lately all over my For You page I've been seeing people discuss, all type of things that they have experienced in Haiti. I've seen a few people talk about things that they're like supernatural things that they've experienced in Jamaica as well. But I'm telling y'all, there's so many type of things that goes on in these Caribbean countries that you have no idea. Like they're talking about how people in their families have been abducted by mermaids. Some have returned with riches and look totally different and have no memory of what happened. Some have a little bit of memory. Then they're talking about how, some people in their family, they've witnessed shape shift into other creatures. Like this stuff is crazy because you think you only see these things in movies, but they're very real. I would love if y'all would share y'all stories to me and tag me and mention me in them.
The fishermen on South Island, New Zealand, for instance, caught a suspicious looking animal.
Part 2 of my grandfather telling me stories about mermaids while he worked as a fisherman in Guyana. Now, we've only really discovered 5% of our oceans, so I definitely now do appreciate the stories that my grandfather would tell me. And he would also mention to me, if I'm ever going to go deep into the water, be careful, because he was really traumatized of what he saw.
I feel like I need to say something because y'all don't know what y'all dealing with. Let me start by saying this. Stop believing everything you see on TV. Mermaids are not rainbows and unicorns. They're not magical. Well, they're magical, but they're not sweet. They are evil. Listen, I'm Haitian, born and raised. So trust me, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Mermaids are very much real. All Haitians knew, probably other Caribbeans too. But they are evil. You mostly find them in rivers. Usually, if you're by the river and you hear singing, that's probably them or a siren. That's why you don't ever go in the river with jewelry on, because they're gonna think it's a gift to them, because people do that. They try to meet them and then bring gifts. You will get abducted and you will be gone for a very long time. Some people don't even come back, but when you do, you're not the same. Literally, you're not the same person. Some people come back and they don't talk for the rest of their lives. Some people do talk, and what they say is they became slaves while they were down underwater. And Lord knows, you better hope they don't put a ring on your finger, because it's deed after that. Ask any Haitian. Trust me, Haiti is full of them.
I'm about to give her that Gouillard special. Are you ready, man? You gonna watch me like Nicky after this. We go! First quarter.
Ay, Bobo. Guys, these are mermaid waters. This stream has been blessed by mermaids. From children to adults, they can tell you about their encounters with mermaids from this stream. They are very drawn to the people of our town. Mermaids are a blessing. They are the bringers, the givers of spiritual knowledge. They do not appear just to anyone, but there is a handful of people that can tell you about their encounters, their experience, and how they have seen these beautiful mermaids. This is the stream known as Tetsus.
This is one example about the mermaid stories. I've heard some or similar versions of this. Go back and watch that video fully.
Okay, so I found the girl on Twitter and she said a mermaid took her grandma's sister. So I'm gonna read y'all this thread. So basically, this how the story go. Some family members on my grandma's side in Haiti do roots. They had to do a sacrifice, so they brought her little sister to the ocean, and the mermaid had to take her. The parents were promised 3 years later to bring her back, but they didn't let them see her for that long, literally a minute, then took her back under the water. They changed her into a mermaid when they took her. Mermaids are huge, ugly, they look demeaning, and they have very long hair, and their tail is very long and sharp. They are not nice at all, they are evil. They are human form. When they approach, they look very beautiful, then they transform and their eyes are red and scary. Every year they see her one time only, but the parents passed away. To add on, when they brought the daughter to see the parents, they had her covered up and was told not to scream or say anything or they would put her underwater, and they also made sure she was asleep.
It's your favorite Haitian therapist here. So, you know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words? So, when you look at this picture that I'm about to show you, I would like to read some of your thoughts in the comment section. So whenever I go to Haiti, I always obtain a piece. I love the imagery that I see and bring it back home as a reminder of my beautiful country.